Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another episode of Vlogs with Boilon Friday, because we are nearing the weekend. And there's a few things that I want to talk about in today's video, not just the blog, but you may have seen there was a video, maybe you didn't. There was a video on the Marvel Strike Force official YouTube channel that kind of previewed Battleworld a little bit. It was like a 4-minute overview video of what to expect. Honestly, a lot of what was in there is stuff that I've already talked about, including the null boss battle, the rewards, spec ops, the battle missions, things like that, which have already been a part about a lot of my videos. But there was a few specific screenshots that I want to talk about which show the rewards and why I think that they're actually really lackluster. But that's just my thoughts, and I want to get yours as well. We're also going to be talking about what's on the blog. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. So before we get to the blog, there was this video. You can see the thumbnail on the right-hand side. Welcome to Battleworld on the Marvel Strike Force official website. You can scroll to their website and I guess their front page, and you'll see it there. It was posted this morning at 8? 9? No, I think it was like 8 a.m. Honestly, 8 a.m. Pacific time. It was pretty early. And you can see the video there. And within the video, what I want to share with you is that there was a couple of areas in that where it showed the screenshots for the rewards. And it kind of laid out the reward structure, which was very similar to what I showed you in the data mines, right? We showed it was like, what was it? Like 0.2, 0.4, points. And so I think that represents the amount of health that is left. And that's what we're seeing here. So it goes all the way up to 100%, I think 90 to 100% or whatever. And you can see that basically the more health percentage that you do, or aka closer to a kill that you get, the more rewards that you get. Now, they highlighted that there was 10 null shards, which, again, I pointed that out in a previous video as well. There's a few questions that are unanswered, I suppose. Is this difficulty 0, right? Is it 10 shards of difficulty 0 for doing a full clear of null? That would be question number 1, I suppose. Question number 2 would be, are we ever going to get more than 10 per week, right? Is it going to be 12 at D1 up to 20 at D5, for example? You know, that I'm not sure is answered. And I'm not sure if there's official information anywhere on that. Let me know if you found something somewhere else that I'm just not aware of. So at the 10 shard mark, that would mean that it's about a maximum of 18 weeks in order to unlock null. Because as far as I'm aware, he's a 4-star unlock. I'm pretty sure the page in game, now maybe that's subject to change, right? And then we should talk about that. But as far as in game, he's 180 shard unlock. So that to me suggests at a maximum would be 18 weeks. Now, if you can get more shards at higher difficulties, that's a different question. Well, I mean, it could be less, right? Obviously, but we don't know that, I don't think. And, 18 weeks for one unlock, that sounds bad, but I wouldn't be mad about that because it's null. But the other problem is that it would take 81 weeks to get him to 7-star. That's a problem. So the 18 weeks for me to unlock is not a problem. 81 weeks to max, that's a problem. That's over a year, right? So when you put it in that perspective, it almost suggests to me that, it's got to be more than this, right? There's got to be some sort of scaling mechanism. I don't know if they'll let you clear it 2 times to get 20 shards and get these rewards times 2. I don't know if that's going to happen, but maybe at a higher difficulty, that 10 becomes something else, right? Like maybe +2 for difficulty, like I suggested. That's something that I think would need to happen. Otherwise, things seem a bit dull. The rewards also, just on the surface, look pretty shit. You got blue 4 here, is it? Blue 5, the currency, and then 63,000 ions, which for a full clear seems pretty lackluster for a week of rewards. Because currently, in the milestones like the night raid that we have ongoing right now, you're getting like 500,000 ions, right? And then the amount of, there's a lot of good stuff. This is my alt account, actually. So you get the 500,000 purple ions here. And then you're getting, I believe, 30 purple orbs. 15,000, 25, no, maybe that's 20? 20 purple orbs per week, which is probably more, which definitely is more rewards than you're getting out of Battleworld. Now, let's talk about the season rewards, because that was shown as well. This is a 4-week, 28-day season. And even at the very top, you're only getting 830,000 purple ions. And this is over 4 weeks. And once again, the Alliance raid milestone gives you 2 million per month. And so by comparison, it just feels super lackluster. And this is like 30, 32 and a half basic purple ISO orbs, which is probably equivalent to, you know, like a class orb, right? Except for you don't actually get to choose which class that you want. So it's completely random. So actually, it's worse. I don't know. This seems, I hope this is subject to change because these rewards do not seem like they were taken into great consideration. And these are going to be the whales and krakens, right? Scoring in the top 10 and above. And this seems pretty low. Like, so the average player is probably going to be somewhere further down here, right? Which I don't know, could be 500,000 ions or less for a 28-day season. Compared to what we're getting in other events and milestones, this seems just really bad. But that's just my initial thoughts, and I would love to get to know what yours are. Go and watch that video as well. It's pretty short, but again, a lot of the information is already regurgitated in videos that I have already put out at this point, talking about Battleworld. So I want to get to the blog. Let's start with part number 1 over here. And we have the battle plans. So we have the Strike Pass featuring Sentinel. This was already in my data mines as well. Scarlet Witch Zombies offer is coming on Monday. Red Dead Rematch is the showcase that is associated with next week's event and Scarlet Witch Zombies release, basically. So for those of you who don't remember, Zombie Juggernaut from last year, he basically had the same thing. It was 5 levels. You would farm those 5 levels with energy and cores and things like that, and you would get eventually enough Undying Orb fragments to unlock a Zombie Juggernaut. The exact same thing is happening with Scarlet Witch Zombie, except for she's going to be the middle pillar of the orb. That's about it. As far as the estimated value of the orb, we don't really know any of these things. I'm going to go back and look at some of my data from last year's Zombie Juggernaut. I think, honestly, they'll probably just copy and paste all of the numbers from that into this new showcase, and same with the orb as well. And so we might get a better idea of, like, say, for example, how many cores will result in an orb, that kind of thing. There's going to be a separate video on Sunday, of course, for the events for Overwhelming Hunger, which is next week's meta event. And also, I'm going to have a Monday video, should you core Scarlet Witch, because I think it's going to be really important to really understand, you know, how good is she as a character, what she does, and is she going to be worth, you know, unloading cores. Now, she is not going to have a 675 core orb as far as I'm aware. So it's going to be, like, you know, directly how many cores do you want to put into the event as far as the energy goes for you to get more shards for her, because it's going to be a case of you dumping cores into the showcase energy and resetting the nodes. It's a combination of the two to get more shards for Zombie Scarlet Witch. So it's going to be pretty crazy, and we're going to cover that on Sunday and Monday. Return of a lot of these events. Sugar Rush Web Milestone, this is the very last time. And we're getting a regular Ghost Rider, a Ghost Rider's Quick Rumble where you get points for any of the Ghost Riders. So there you go. And then let's move on to the second part. A zombie spell begins soon. Add major undead magic to your Undying Squad, blah, 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 blah. Zombie Scarlet Witch, right? October 28th at 2 p.m. And then this is, I want to read this a little bit. So is an epic character, and her character shards will only be available for purchase and to earn via the events for a limited time. Now, I don't know if they use the term vaulting at all this time around, like they did with Captain Britain. After her limited runs, her shards will be unavailable until next year. So that could mean a lot of things, because when Zombie Juggernaut first came out, he actually did have a rerun in February or March. I forget. I have the video somewhere on my channel. They did another event, I want to say about 6 months later. So they very well could do the same again for Zombie Scarlet Witch. I would take this with a grain of salt. However, know that, like, if you should aim to get a 3-star Zombie Scarlet Witch. Why? Because she is a Spec Ops, a Battleworld Spec Ops option, where you need to have her at 3-star in order to send her out. So that is where I would aim to go, try to get to for free to play, in my opinion, at the bare minimum, because a 2-star unlock will not allow you to send her out for Battleworld Spec Ops. And if you do have her for Spec Ops, right, you know, that's great, because you're probably not going to use her necessarily in Battleworld elsewhere. Offers starting the same day. Head to the, okay, yeah, we need that. Exclusive 3-day offer, special web deal for 200 shards and a 4 red star of Zombie Scarlet Witch. That's interesting. And the only reason why I bring this up at all is because presumably she's Dark Promotion credits. I don't know if it's been specifically said, or does it say here? But we've just assumed that she is. I don't know if it said anywhere that she was. I'm assuming based on this special web deal, though. Grab a deal to unlock, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, after you unlock a character, there's more that shows up. And then the Undying Orb. My square's a little bit in the way. Grab even more Zombie Scarlet Witch character shards from this orb. Each Undying orb guarantees drops of her shards with each orb and also contains shards of Juggernaut Zombie, Iron Man Zombie, and Hela. Make sure you earn as many Undying Orbs as you can during the Red Dead Rematch event, which is outlined below. Hunger and the Thirst week 2. Don't forget the Hunger and Thirst. Yeah, so this is still going on for like another week and a bit, I guess. So if you need Scarlet Witch Zombie, I guess, to get to like maybe get through level 5 of the zombie level, which you don't actually need, but you would need to power up the other ones a little bit higher. It does make these things easier if that's what you want to do. Red Dead Rematch, we have, so that's like the showcase that I told you about that. Join Hela, the story is like fighting Ares, blah, 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 blah. Story mode adds to our Undying squad with a mission provided team. So that's not going to be that hard. Requirements, commander level 28 plus. Challenge, it's going to be probably star rank stuff. Bite down on bigger rewards and bring your own 4 characters to combine with a mission provided Scarlet Witch Zombie. Wait, your own 4 characters? Are they suggesting your Scarlet Witch Zombie with a mission? So you're going to have 2 of them. Requirements 45 plus and 4 of your own characters. 4 red stars of Juggernaut Zombie if you unlock Scarlet Witch. That's what it sounds like. And then more Undying Orb fragments. Bonus. Okay, sorry. There's a story mode where you get free shit. And then the challenge. Oh no, there's 3. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be. I didn't know there was going to be 3 of these. Bonus if you have for your investment in Scarlet Witch. So Scarlet Witch Zombie, 3 Undying at 3 yellow for you. Okay, blah, 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 4, 5. So this is like really specific. But it doesn't say that it gives you Zombie Scarlet Witch shards for this stuff. It just says down here, first time rewards. Teeth, purple ions actually, and purple orb stuff. And T4 ability materials, gold promos, dark promos, and dark diamond credits. So that's interesting. So I think challenge mode is maybe it meant to say 3 characters, because I think that you're going to be, the story is going to be like some free shit, probably for the zombies, and challenge is where you're going to farm the fragments. That's what it sounds like. Standard rewards fragments. It doesn't say that anywhere in the story. So this could be a typo where it means like 3 of your own characters to go with a story Zombie Scarlet Witch. That would make sense because it's bonus that requires her. I don't think challenge does. Subject to change, right? Maybe they did a typo. And then there's also going to be some combat tooltip improvements. Some stuff here. I think this is related to what we saw in the patch notes, which is that we could actually see their ability energy on the screen. Now, it doesn't say like when this is going to happen. This was in the patch notes originally from like 2 weeks ago or whatever. So this should be interesting when it goes live, when the update goes live. It doesn't say, but it's going to give you more detailed information about the enemy, which is really, really cool. And I look forward to that as well. Overwhelming Hunger. I talked about this in a previous Datamine video as well. You're going to get extra bonus points for having gear tier 17, 18, and 19 with Undying characters. You're going to get scoring for farming the Undying Orb fragments from the showcase. So there actually is no core input, and you also don't need to spend the Dead of Night showcase energy either. It is going to reward blade shards too. Fortunately, because this is an early version of the blog, there is no tables associated with it that I can share with you here. But we will be having an event video on Sunday, of course, anyways, to really break down it. Anyways, and you know, on my Discord, I'll probably chat about it like once the official blog goes live at 2 o'clock. So Undying Orb Fragments, that's primarily where you're going to be putting your cores. So instead of putting your cores into the Blade Showcase kind of stuff, you're going to be putting it directly into the Zombie Scarlet Witch Showcase event, depending on how much and how badly you want to farm for her. Then we have, of course, Sugar Rush and Night Raid coming back. And then we have this update to the Diamond Dawn Orbs, which, again, was in my data mines, but maybe you didn't get a chance to take a look at that. That they're removing the Diamond Dawn Orb from the store in-game. So if you have any of these sitting around, make sure that you open them. It does say that sometime in November, at the beginning of November, they're going to be removing this orb. And what's going to be left over is just the Diamond Orb. So there you go. Make sure you don't sit on that. Otherwise, you'll lose your chances. I don't know why you'd be sitting on it, but just in case. And as usual, everybody, everything in this blog is subject to... Oh, where's my bot button? Subject to change. Unfortunately, we do not have the tables on hand to show you. But I am very interested to know what your thoughts are overall, especially related to the Battle World rewards. As we're kind of amping up towards Battle World's release, you know, I really hope some of those rewards are subject to change, especially the season rewards, because in my opinion, it just does feel a little bit lackluster. But I want to know the community's input and what your thoughts are. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just on the wrong side of things sometimes. And that's it. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. Have a great time. And don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday. And I'll be having a live stream as well on Twitch, twitch.tv/Boilon89. So until next time, everybody, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon, signing out.